Think gadget reviews, news, and all about it.
LG V20 Review. LG's twisted creation is back, with even more features this time around. Our verdict. There's no contest, the LG V20 is the most feature-packed smartphone of the year. It's a phablet that mostly nails the basics and adds on a ton of niche features, some of which you might not use all that much. 4. Removable battery. Wide-angle images never get old. Audiophile-grade hardware. Against. Varying utility of second screen. Just missed out on the Snapdragon 821. Disappointing camera performance. Update: LG's V20 has been available in the US and EU region since November and was the first phone outside of the Google Pixel to feature Android Nougat. Sadly, the UK is still left out of the dual display party and there's no sign of that changing anytime soon, if ever. But, with MWC 2017 right around the corner, folks around the world should be satisfied with the rumored LG G6 reveal. See all LG V20 deals, 5 found. However, don't overlook this phone so quickly. The LG V20 was one of the best, and definitely the most inventive, smartphones to be released in 2016, and that still stands as we begin treading through 2017. In fact, it was so good that we've entered it in our elite list of the best Android phones available. The LG V20's greatest claim to fame is that it probably has whichever feature it is you're looking for, and some that you didn't know you wanted until now. Like its predecessor, the LG V10, it's a total Frankenstein of a smartphone. Around the body of the V20, you'll find 2 screens, 3 cameras and an abundance of other awesome hardware and software features that you likely won't find elsewhere. Additionally, it offers the drop-friendly qualities of its predecessor that we loved, but replaces the rugged design that we didn't love so much with a more refined look. Its signature second screen is back, too, with more options for customization than before. For those looking for a capable Android smartphone, the V20 answers the call and sits comfortably in the league of some other powerful options out there, like the short-lived Samsung Galaxy Note 7 and even the iPhone 7 Plus. However, the new Google Pixel outruns the V20 with its Snapdragon 821 chipset. But outright comparing LG's latest to more traditional smartphones is a bit unfair. After all, the V20 offers things that these phones, and many others, do not. Where else can you get a Nougat phone with a removable battery, 4 DACs, multiple wide-angle camera lenses and 2 displays, and a 3.5mm port? 2016 was a strange year in smartphones, wherein flying with one of the most hyped flagships was outlawed. We also saw options like the iPhone 7 and Moto Z lopping off the 3.5mm, a divisive move against the legacy feature that has turned away many. So, it's only fitting that the LG V20, one of 2016's strangest phone in terms of its looks, is also one of the most inventive and feature-rich releases, even if it doesn't quite stick the landing on some of its marquee features. Price and release date. The V20 retails unlocked for $799, 1,099 Australian dollars. Carrier promotions are a cheaper way of getting the V20. The LG V20 is currently not available in the UK. The LG V20 is now available unlocked and can also be purchased through several carriers in the US, including Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, AT&T and US Cellular. It costs anywhere from $28 to $33 a month on contract in the US, but can also be bought unlocked at full price for $799. That makes it one of the most expensive Android phones of 2016. Purchasing the phone from a carrier might lock you in for a few years, but keep in mind that this is a global phone, supports both GSM and CDMA out of the box, and thus, barring any contract restrictions, You'll be able to use it on most carriers around the world with no issue, even if the phone hasn't been released in your region. As previously mentioned, the V20 retails unlocked for $799, not available in UK, $1,099 Australian dollars, but in many cases, buying it through a carrier is the cheaper option. For example, Verizon is charging $672 unlocked or $28 per month. The carrier is also throwing in a $200 prepaid Visa gift card with purchase of the V20. On AT&T, it will cost $829 unlocked or $27.67 per month. If you sign on with a 2-year contract via AT&T Next, the carrier will toss in an LG G Pad X 10.1-inch tablet. While the carrier promotions do a lot to allay sticker shock for those who want the phone, LG is going a bit higher than the Google Pixel, which came under fire for its $649 launch price. For an extra $100, you can even nab Google's Nexus Killer upgraded to 128GB for $749. Still less than the V20 unlocked at most places. Price aside, the two phones are more different than they are similar, so there's little reason to compare them too much. Still, Google just made it that much more difficult for LG to compete at a high price point. Design. The military-grade build is back and looking better than ever. LG has made a whole lot of screen feel surprisingly compact. Audience pleasers are here, like a removable battery and 3.5mm port. From a distance, the LG V20 doesn't look all too different from the vast selection of flagship-quality Android smartphones out there. But, as you know, it's the details that work to set a product apart from the rest. And this phone has a lot of them. First off, the phone's measurements come in at 159.7 by 78.1 by 7.6 millimeters, and it weighs about 174 grams, which makes it a slimmer, lighter phone than the V10. Compared to the Google Pixel XL, which ranges in thickness from 7.3 millimeters at its bottom to 8.5 millimeters at the top, the V20 sits near the middle of that range, but weighs roughly 8 grams more. And just because LG got rid of the V10's textured back doesn't mean it's any less resilient to drops. The V20 boasts a military-grade build and is made up of a removable aluminum back panel that yields a smooth look and feel. That's right, swappable batteries, Samsung. The top and bottom areas of the phone are made of silicon polycarbonate, a tough material that LG is confident can take more than a few blows. Now that we have a final retail unit in office, we've tried it ourselves and are pleased with the result. From a waist-high drop, the V20 landed face first onto cement and surprisingly, it came away without a single blemish. Like the Sony Xperia XZ, LG has once again combined the fingerprint sensor and power button into one. Just hold a finger up to the sensor to activate it. It might take a little getting used to, but the sensor button combo is responsive, tactile to press and works just like Apple's Touch ID-enabled home button, except it's on the back of the phone. You won't find much on the phone's top, other than the IR blaster, and a microphone that assists in capturing 24 bitrate audio at 48 kHz, a mighty impressive feature for a smartphone and a testament to its knack for audiophilia. On its bottom, you'll find this year's hottest talking point, the 3.5mm headphone jack, featured alongside a USB-C charge port, microphone and bottom-firing speaker. Lastly, its volume buttons sit slightly recessed into its left side and are distinguishable enough to feel without having to hunt for them. At first glance, the LG V20's screen is just as stunning to face head-on as the one found in the V10. That's because its 5.7-inch Gorilla Glass 4 covered screen is still pushing a 2560 by 1400 QHD resolution with 513 pixels per inch PPI, and stretches up to 5.9 inches of diagonal real estate once you add on the 160 by 1 040 resolution 2.1-inch wide second screen. If you're used to a smaller phone, like the iPhone SE, this will be quite the adjustment. Why didn't LG opt for Gorilla Glass 5, as seen in the late Samsung Galaxy Note 7? No reason in particular was given, but LG stated that it made it a little thicker than normal to ensure its durability. Regardless, it has held up just fine during our testing.